What's up guys, They Coming, and I'm here today visiting Knights of Zion to recap a very interesting random spin that they just had against Clantanemo Bay. For those of you who don't know, Clantanemo Bay is a CWL invite clan. They're in the top, tier of CWL clans, and they are absolutely beast. Clantanemo defeated Knights of Zion 103 to 108, 87.55% to 92.72%. So, we were expecting a really tough matchup when we saw this random spin pop up for us. And obviously, it definitely was a tough matchup. They are in the CWL Invite League for a reason, and we totally respect that. Shout out to Clantanemo Bay, just really giving us an excellent practice war in the middle of the week before our normally scheduled league matchup this Saturday. Anyways, let's get right into some of these attacks here. I think I've picked 6 for us today, and the first one is going to be Chonosaurus hitting number 24. Now, he's going to be bringing the cold-blooded Gobo dragons, and he does a really interesting thing with his queen and a golem here. He starts some funneling wizards just to start off for some free structures, and a baby dragon over here around 4 o'clock. And the idea is just to make sure this queen is going to walk south with the help of this golem, and this is what we would call a naked walk. When the queen is just protected behind one golem, and she's meant to continuously walk in one direction and clear compartments as she goes. So he drops the bowlers a little bit early in my opinion. Some of them do get out in front, and they are targeted by that cannon. He loses 3 to that cannon, actually a 4th bowler to that cannon, so I don't think that was too planned. But already you can see up at 3 o'clock, around 12 o'clock, he started his dragons. And that is because as this kill squad goes up here, all of the air defenses have already been eliminated from the base. And all he's got to do now is take out this enemy king and get a little bit more value from his royals and push a little bit deeper. That golem has been out in front and done its job. Meanwhile, he's got one baby dragon to help keep these dragons pushing towards the core in a timely fashion. The king special ability is popped. The queen is going to have a few more moments to step up with a little bit more additional tanking. Maybe get this Tesla. Is she going to get it? Yes. Meanwhile, the dragons have locked onto the CC Hound. That is unfortunate. I think by design, he would have wanted that clan castle to go down before the royals had gotten close enough to trigger that CC Hound. But it ends up being okay. He drops the poison spell to help deal with some pups and just help these dragons get back on target, back to getting towards those defenses. And it ends up being pretty close actually when we get down to it. Dragons are going to come over here to these last remaining wizard towers and this archer tower. One of the dragons does bite the dust to that archer tower, and meanwhile he's still got 3 dragons. They are going to be cleaning. The last dragon is going to be going on to this wizard tower here, and it's just trash, guys. All that's left is trash. There is a seeking air bomb, an air bomb that does go off, and a seeking air mine does eliminate one of the 3 dragons. But Chonosaurus still smashing it up. Really interesting entry. I loved using the golem and walking the golem with the queen towards 6 o'clock. Loved that little mechanic there. Next, we're going to be looking at Squirtle hitting number 26. And I promise this will not all be Boston Tea Party, guys. I have reserved plenty of space for some of the cosplayers. So definitely don't want anyone to get upset about that. But anyways, he's bringing here the Shattered Gobo Lalo Squirtle versus Blake. And this is also a really very pretty entry, just expertly funneling, getting these bowlers to go right in, clearing exactly the amount of trash that he needs to get this done. So he's dropped some loons to clear a mortar, and he's dropped 2 of his golems to start. Meanwhile, his wizards are going to be breaking this funnel for him, and he's dropped some wall breakers in to go right at this wall. The break is good. The wizard is going to get this archer tower. That's really important for these bowlers so they do not walk around the base. Just in time, they are going to redirect and go up. And that jump spell is absolutely beautiful. All of the bowlers do go in. The queen goes in, and the CC Hound comes out. The rage spell is down and everything is rushing forward. He's going to get 1 air defense. He's going to get 2 air defenses. he's going to get, shortly, 3 air defenses. Very good job, Squirtle, on that entry. He also has about 50% of the base before deploying his Lalo, so that's awesome. Really, really great. He's going to send 1 Hound from the far side of the base to sweep all the way across, soak up any air traps as it goes, and it is going to get quite a few. Meanwhile, he's just slow rolling some loons in. He's got a nice fat line of loons. He's going to pop a rage spell to rush up, get on top of that last remaining air defense, and there's really only an archer tower and a corner Tesla, which the queen is going to handily take down. And it's just cleanup, guys. Whoops, sorry. And he's got 2 haste spells in the bag. Meanwhile, he's put archers on the corners to take care of those huts. And he's got 2 loons in the bag. I mean, this is great job, Squirtle. I mean, really, really cool. Your entry, guys, in my opinion, the thing that makes or breaks raids 99% of the time are entries. I see people failing their entries, and that being the result of failed raids more than any other reason is a failed entry. So if you can really work on perfecting that, you will be a much better raider. I mean, really though, you'll be a much better attacker, and you'll have a lot more success in war. Let's move on. Good job to Squirtle. Let's move on down, and this will be Artemis hitting number 30 here. And this is a ZQ Zapquake Quad Lalo here. So he's just going to zap 1 air defense, and he's going to use 4 Lava Hounds and 25 balloons to clear out this base. But look what he does with his queen to get the CC out and deal with the CC. He's going to drop the Zapquake first, and then he's going to use a haste spell and I think 3 or 4 balloons to get on top of the mortar, and then rush in. No haste. Oh, my mistake. But the balloons are going to take out this cannon, and that's exactly what he wanted. Now look, if we pause it, this single compartment being empty is extremely helpful for the loon pathing in this raid. If he just started his Lalo from this corner, if the loons came up here, they would have potentially sort of split off and go into different directions, but just that single compartment being cleared was really, really important. Ends up setting up the whole raid beautifully. So anyways, here we go. He drops a single archer to get the baby dragon to come out. That's really pretty. And he drops the queen behind, and then a couple more pocket archers to distract the baby dragon while the queen takes it out without taking a single shred of damage. Good job on that. That was really awesome. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Meanwhile, you have the Lalo starting from 6 o'clock. 2 Hounds right in on top of that first air defense, just slow rolling some loons in behind it. There's no reason to rush that. And an early rage spell about to be dropped. Yes, and the point of this rage spell, notice it's not over many defenses, it's to rage the lava pups that are left behind. So those lava pups will end up coming over and smacking that queen, and that is exactly what you need in this type of attack where there was no kill squad to go in and take out the queen. Just pop the queen using a rage spell and lava pups. Really great job there. A haste spell to quickly get on top of that air defense, and there's really, this is looking pretty good. He's got a lot of balloons, only 2 defenses left. Both of them are air targeting, but he has got plenty of balloons and plenty of cleanup. The king is on the bottom side of the base. He's going to clear out all those high hit point structures and the town hall, and the rest is just cleanup. Good job to Artemis. Next up, we have Captain Ginyu versus number 31, Pew Pew Master. And he is going to be bringing the Shattered Gobo Lalo. And this is just a really kind of interesting base. And I wanted to show this because, maybe some talking points about, I guess base building, but I would be a little bit confused looking at this. I'd have to take a long, hard look because, yes, you have 4 air defenses that are spread out on opposite corners, 2 and 2. And then in the center, you have 4 of the wizard towers in a line they're basically isolated. So on a fresh hit, it would be relatively dangerous to go hog heavy because of this zone in the center. The wizard towers, with the addition of giant bombs, would really tear up some hog riders. But he comes in and he gets this done. I mean, I'd say this is relatively anti-Lalo, but it's just kind of an interestingly constructed base. Anyways, he comes in here stoned with his bowlers. He drops a rage spell once he gets to the very core. The bowlers are going to rush up and help to eliminate a little bit more, but there's a lot going on. The enemy queen does go down, the lava hound does come out, and smartly, because this was a cleanup attack, I'm assuming the queen is not dropped in with the kill squad, therefore she's not hung up beating on that lava hound. Meanwhile, he started his Lalo from 12 o'clock, and he's using some haste spells to get in there and clear out just these few defenses here, and this is pretty clutch. This Expo barely goes down. Barely. Bam, bam. And it's just sweeping counterclockwise. The last hound is getting ready to die, but he's got a haste spell, and he's got plenty of balloons and plenty of time. And, you know, that poison spell to deal with the air skeletons, that's really pretty. And in the bag, he has a heal spell, and this is perfect because he's going to run into this wizard tower at the very end, and he's going to need it. Let's go ahead and 2x it, get this moving a little bit quicker. The heal spell is down early. I think he maybe could have cheated that a little bit more to the right, because look what happens. There is an air bomb, and it almost ends all of those balloons live, and that would have cost him dirt for this cleanup. Only up top does he have one lava pup beating on that storage, and he's still got 2 more storages and a dark barracks to take down. So, Pew Pew Meister getting it done for 3 stars with the Shattered Gobo Lalo. Moving on. Next will be EBM Chen versus number 33. Lucky Luciano, and he'll be bringing the Stoned Hobo. And I picked this attack because this is just the most beautiful, perfect entry. Just really well funneled, perfectly funneled. Everything goes in, everything that he needs. It's just gorgeous, guys. So, first golem down, second golem down. He's got the CC to come over to that right side, and I believe this golem is just going to be a sacrifice with the use of a poison. He's going to sacrifice the golem to take out the CC baby dragon, and that's going to end up being perfect. So meanwhile, he's funneled that top side really great, and he's got his bowlers going in. The queen is going to redirect and go in to follow the kill squad instead of beat a wall. Thank you, queen. The first rage is down, the second jump is down, and they are going to encounter both royals at the same time. Bam, bam, bam. Now, you see all those bowlers get red? Okay, I would be freaking out right there, but he smartly recognizes that all of those bowlers are not being targeted. That single golem is doing a really good job of holding the tanking, and he has the heal spell for the back end of his attack, which are Hog Riders. He's surgically, well, maybe not totally surgically deploying those hogs, but basically zeroing in on all 4 of those defenses at the same time. They're going to come in, get this Expo, and really there's only 1 point defense that can really touch the Hog Riders right now, and that would be this cannon. Too many hogs for this base to stand up at this point. EBM Chen getting it done. We'll 4x it. The rest is just clean up. The queen does go clear straight in from one end of the base out of the next. Excellent attack. And finally, we'll be bringing our last replay of this recap, and that will be 201 Mike hitting number 35. And he's bringing the Grundinator, or affectionately known as the P.E.K.K.A. Smash, or HPHB, basically P.E.K.K.A.'s healers and back-end Hog Riders. P.E.K.K.A.'s healers, CC bowlers, and back-end Hog Riders. So he's dropped all the P.E.K.K.A.'s right there in one spot with the healers on top of them. And because he's aggroed this Expo, these wizards are going to have free reign to clear this funnel on the right, and the wizards up top are going to have just enough juice to clear the funnel up on the top left. So that funnel is absolutely beautiful. The bowlers are in behind, the poison is down, the double poison is down, and the first rage. Notice he doesn't have any jump spells. He's just going to use rage spells to keep his P.E.K.K.A.s and his front line completely juiced up all the way. And they're just going to smash through these walls. The queen is going to clear stuff out. The bowlers are going to clear stuff out. And it's just a absolute smash fest. Now, one critique I had of this attack, because it was only a 2-minute raid, he could have held his Hog Riders a little bit longer just to see how far his kill squad was going to get. And maybe if they were to all have pushed in one direction together, to surgical some of these defenses on the backside as the P.E.K.K.A.s came through the wall. So dropping all of the Hog Riders right there really wasn't necessary in my personal opinion, but he still gets it done. The queen has decided to walk out of the base and start cleaning trash. Okay, I'll take it. And the king and the P.E.K.K.A.s are still kicking. The king still has the special ability, and there's only a few point defenses left, and they are distracted on those tanky troops. So we'll 4x it, Good job to 2-on-1 Mike taking down the greatest. Anyways, guys, this has been They Coming, recapping a random spin at Knights of Zion versus Clantanemo Bay. Good luck to Clantanemo Bay in the CWL Invite League, and good luck to Knights of Zion and Boston Tea Party, as we will have our next league matchup this weekend, and we are very stoked and just pumped about that. We really are hungry to get our first win. Anyways, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this recap. Take care. See you later.